the funny thing is, you probably spent more time at Super Bowl week interviewing Matt Patricia than many of us spent in the 3 years that I covered
almost
him.
3 hours, which I think is probably more.
3 hours in person is far more than I've had with him. We had, not to get too inside baseball with this, but we had basically a weekly conference call with Patricia, and then twice a year we would talk to him in person. So I got him once for a story I was working on, but it was a very short interview. We don't have, I wouldn't say we had an in-depth relationship with him, so just
how much one-on-one time have you gotten with him?
6-7 minutes.
Yeah, so he gave me like 15 the day he was introduced as
so you've got a better perspective even than I do on. I just like, he's in New England. He wasn't known to be much of a quote. Not that that matters too much in winning football games, but I think fans want to see some personality, especially when you hire a new head coach. What have you seen from him when you were talking to him?
Personality. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't know how much he would try to be like Belichick, right? And all that he is publicly, or how much he would try to differentiate himself. And I think he's just being himself. And I got that sense during the Super Bowl week. Again, I sat with him for almost 3 hours, almost all the availability time that we had where he was available. I was there for it. And of course, he didn't say much, particularly when he came to Detroit. But he wasn't afraid to drop a soundbite or to show a little personality, particularly when he was talking about, we knew in Detroit that the hire was going to happen. So we were asking all kinds of personal, biographical stuff, favorite food, stuff like that. Meatball pizza, by the way.
I remember reading that.
Yeah. So again, he was engaging. And in my one-on-one with him, he was just so amiable, so likable. And again, he didn't say much. And even I hit him in his press conference when he was introduced as the Lions coach. I hit him in the one-on-one I had with him. I hit him again today at the Combine on his plans for the defense. Obviously, he's known for defense in New England, and I was just curious what the changes were going to be in Detroit and what kind of needs that necessitated going forward. And it's word salads. I mean, he hasn't said anything very specific about what he plans to do with the Lions. But at the same time, again, he's been engaging. He's trying to show some personality, and I think he's doing a good job. A good example is at the end of my one-on-one with him, we heard the knock on the door from Lions PR to signal the interview was over. He wrapped up what he was saying, and he just leans back, and he's just like, so, Star Wars, huh? Because I was using a Star Wars notebook, and apparently he's a giant Star Wars nerd.
I read your story.
Right.
Ended up being the story.
He's actually got a Millennium Falcon hanging in his bedroom back at his parents' house, which I thought was an amazing detail. But I think that's an example of he's just trying to be himself. We'll see what happens once they start playing games.
Yeah.
But for now, I think he's been very engaging.
I don't think he's going to mimic Belichick, because I think he actually has a lot more personality than he showed in New England.
Yeah.
I wrote one story about him a couple of years ago about what he was like when he was working as an engineer. I contacted some of the people who worked with him as boss. Everyone painted this picture of this outgoing, just fun-loving, everyone loved him on the staff, and even some of the players relay that to us. That just didn't reflect when he spoke with us. But I think now as a head coach, he's not under Belichick's kind of guidance of how you should act in the media. So I would expect him to actually show a little bit more personality.